Everyone, my name is Lauren and I'm on the developer education team at Vonage, and you're watching my series Lauren Learns Things on Vonage Devs on Twitch. This series is one where I learn things from my colleagues and friends and then share that experience with you all live on Twitch. Well, let me introduce to you today my colleague and friend. Let's get your face up on the screen, audio going. Cool, awesome. My guest is a developer advocate for Vonage. He has a background working in consumer products as an iOS engineer. In his spare time, he enjoys biking, listening to music, mentoring those who are just beginning their journey in tech. He was just playing Frisbee out in the park, so also add that to fun things that he loves. Please allow me to welcome to the show, Abdul. Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. I just realized I didn't turn my captioner on yet. Let's get that going as well.
Sure.
Okay, test the captioner. Oh, there it is. It's going. Sick. Okay, so let's see. Everyone, welcome that is here in the chat. Abdul, what are we building or what are we creating today?
I think the technical term is receiving a PTSN call, which is like jargon for a phone call. So we're gonna use a normal phone to call a iOS app.
An iOS app. Okay, cool. And you are an iOS developer advocate on our team.
Correct. Yes.
Relatively new to the team, so welcome, I should say.
Yes.
This is our first time streaming together too, so I'm super excited. What we're going to be following along together, Kevin, hello. I'm going to put it into the chat. This is what we're going to be working through today. If anyone else would like to code along with us and ask questions while we do it. We are going to, you just kind of put this together, or this is new onto our dashboard or the developer NDP site, as I understand. So we're going to kind of work through it and go through it and ask questions of everyone, but see how it goes. So let's see, let's bring that to what we're going to look at today. That's this piece, and it's, as you said, how to receive an inbound PSTN call. What is that? What do we know what a PSTN call stands for?
I forgot the what's it called? What the acronym folds out to.
Okay, let's see.
But I think it just means like a phone call made like on a cellular network opposed to VoIP.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Over IP.
Public switched telephone network. Thank you, Aaron.
There you go.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. All right. So let's see. So we'll start here at the beginning. And you've linked to the GitHub as well in case anyone wants to see it from that perspective. But we're going to just do it all together. So, okay. And those of you, if you are wanting to follow along, make sure you note down here, right here in the view, is this month's coupon code for you to use, and it gives you 10 euros of credit. So that's cool and exciting. Okay, so we have a couple different prereqs that we need to get going. So we have to have a account, and if you don't have an account, let me make sure I give you everyone a link to that. So sign up for an account for free, and if you follow this link, it'll let the metrics world know that you came to it via the stream, which would be so cool and helpful for us. Okay, so I have a account because that's where I work. So hopefully I have an account. And I have Node installed on my machine as well. And I have installed the Nexmo CLI beta, but if I hadn't, let's look at what that would look like. In our terminal, we would run npm install Nexmo CLI beta and then global. So we would run that, and then we would also, after that gets installed, we would run a setup API key as well as the API secret. And that will just get us all kind of linked up and everything. And suggestions on where folks find those things, usually just at the dashboard. Is that where you send them to?
Yeah, you can grab them. I guess you can't show yours, but you can grab them on.
I usually do. Okay. As those who are watching in the chat know, I'm famous for showing my secrets. But yes, that I'm trying to get better. I have already run this piece right here in my terminal. So hopefully no secrets among friends. Totally. I couldn't agree more. Except for, yes, they are secrets. And I have Xcode on my machine as well, which we'll use to create the iOS app, and a GitHub account, which I also have. So check. Yes. Cool. So that's all we need to get started?
Yeah, should be.
Sweet. All right. So creating an NCCO. What are we doing here?
So an NCCO, I think, is Nexmo core control object.
Yep.
So it's a blob of JSON. Usually, if you're building something in production, you would have some sort of server that returns this to the app.
Right.
But, just for our small little demo, we're going to host it on GitHub using a gist.
Okay.
Because they spit out like a raw format, which you can just pass to the SDK, and it kind of grabs that for you.
Okay.
So the NCCO is what tells the Vonage service to do with like the inbound call.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense to me. So you want me to copy this piece and move it into a gist, and we're going to pop that there. So it's going to be, this is what it will say when it answers.
Yeah, so it'll say, thank you. So yeah, so it kind of executes block by block.
Okay.
So it will do the action talk first, and it will say, thank you for calling Alice. Then it will run the next block, which is action connect, and this will connect us to, so if you can see how it says type app.
Yeah.
So it lets us know that we're connecting to the client SDK,
okay.
Rather than like another phone line.
Okay.
And the user is, I guess we'll create that later, but this is the user we're calling in the app.
Alice. Got it. And you wanted me to call this NCCO JSON, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And we're going to create a secret gist?
Yes. It doesn't have to be, but...
might as well.
Yeah, it's just... there are different things you can put in the NCCO, so you can put like the phone number and stuff like that. So that's why we recommend the secret one. But
yeah, good call.
For this case, it's completely fine.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Okay, cool. So we've created the secret gist, and it says to copy the raw URL of what this is.
Yeah.
So, okay, we all have eyeballs happening in the chat, which, I mean, I'll send that back. Here we go, eyeballs. Thanks, Noreen, that's okay. And, wow, my computer's moving super slow again. Okay, so I need to make note of this, you said? Of the...
Yeah, you can just I guess keep the tab open.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not showing the secrets. I turn them over every single week anyway, just because I feel like I expect myself to do so. Okay, cool. So we're now on to step 4, if you're following us along. All of your secrets. No, Greg, they don't belong to you all. I mean, they can belong to you all for the next hour that we do this, and then I'm just switching them over again. Okay, so let's see. We need to make an application.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can either do this on the dashboard or via the CLI. And
I can't remember what we've done more recently. I think we've done it via the dashboard, so it's good. I like to switch it up and do sometimes on CLI, sometimes in the dashboard to show that you can do both ways, or do it whatever. You know what I mean? So let's do it. Let's do it in the code or in the CLI. So I think I'm in a directory I created for us called receiving phone call iOS. Yeah. And let's create an application. So walk me through, I'm going to copy and paste what you have there, but walk me through the pieces of this that I'm putting in here. Oh no, dang it. Shoot.
Ooh.
That's just,
so this is like a shorthand way of doing it in the command line. There is like a interactive mode. So if you just did !@create, it would take you through it one by step by step.
Yeah.
This is just a shorthand way of doing it. So we're creating an app called Phone to App Tutorial with the voice capability.
That's
then it's going to have it's going to store the private key in a file called private.key.
Cool. I'm not going to open that for y'all.
The voice event URL we're not using for this. It's the voice answer URL.
Okay.
That is the one we need, and that's where we paste the gist URL from the last step.
Okay, cool. So even though we're not using the voice event URL, we still need to put that in there, right? Like, I think that's important to note that, like, we're just putting it's a stand-in, but we won't ever use example.com.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So then I will grab, just so y'all see what I'm doing, I'm grabbing that gist. Oh, whoops. Now you're all seeing. Whoops. Okay. And now I'm going to pop that into here. So that's the gist. Can I run it?
Yes. Yeah. It should be hopefully that goes through.
Work. All right. Look at that.
Sweet.
So suddenly we now have the private key, which is here in the directory. Awesome. So, and we have, it says, private key was saved here. Your follow stuck. Oh man, I don't, Greg, Kevin, y'all are in the chat. If you want to delete, we got some spammy. That's okay though. Cool. So now we have a file called .nexmo-app. So that is, it has the application ID and the private key. Cool. So what do we need to do next? Are we ready to go on to the next step of?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Next is getting a number, but I would assume you probably have a few numbers knocking around.
Let's show them how to do it. Why not, right? Blah blah blah. So why do I need a phone number at this stage of things, though? Can you make sense of that for me?
So this is the phone number that we'll be using to. We're going to link it against the application so that.
Okay.
So when you call this number, it knows to call our specific application.
Okay. So let's see that. Let's wait. What is? Oh, it just when you do -C. All I'm saying is maybe we should buy followers to become famous. I mean, I think, based on the spam, good question. That's cool. So if you do -C, does that pull up, it just kind of picks the first one or picks one? Because normally when we run, I'll type confirm to buy it, But that's cool because in the past, let's purchase that. So we have that, and I should probably pay attention, remember, like note that.
Yeah, you want to keep that number.
Yeah, let's put it in just another tab. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So, for example, if you number, what happens if you run this?
That should hopefully bring up the
undefined. No, I don't want to do that. So number search. What is that? Where's it? Yeah, this is usually how I do it. And so then I grab that one, I list it, say I want to buy it, and then confirm it. So that's a cool, I like the way that you set that up here. It's a nice little fast track of it. It's not how the kids make money these days. Yeah, guys. Okay, so cool. We're on to now step 6. Awesome.
Yes, and now we need to link this number
with my application ID.
Correct.
Okay, so if y'all remember, we have this. This came out after we printed, or after we created the app. So I'm gonna save this. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I am. So then in the CLI, I'm gonna run nextmo link app. And I'm gonna put that first, but then I need to go back and grab, that's the application ID, but I also now need to grab the phone number, which I saved over in my browser. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's the phone number. We're linking what we just purchased, we rented that phone number to our application that we just created also. So now they two should be in mesh together. It's probably not the technical term for it. Okay, cool. It says number updated. Great. So now we're on to creating a user.
Yes.
How come we have to do that part?
So users are how you, I guess, identify someone who's logged in with the client SDK on an app. I'm not sure if it's the same with the non-client SDK APIs.
Yeah,
like a user, it's like
you're deeply entrenched in the client SDK world, I suppose. So it's good that that's where we're like staying in. So okay, so let's pop over to the code and look at that then. So we're going to create a user named Alice. Nextmo.
Yes.
User create name is Alice. Okay. And then we will get a ID string. And should I note that somewhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Just in case. I don't think we need it, but
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's keep it just in case.
Sure. Great. So we have her established. Now we need to, step 8 is generating a JWT. So what is this JWT business? I don't think on this stream before we've ever really made sense of like what's the purpose of it? Why do we do this? What stage of this is a JWT serve?
So a JWT is the way you authenticate with the client SDK. So I think JWT stands for JSON Web Token. Yeah. So it's just like I'm not sure what the term is. I'm not sure. Is it hashed? I guess, but we use our private key to basically sign we use our private key along with the username, and like together it spits out like a little string which encodes like all the permissions that this user has and whatnot. Yes, if you scroll, it's like a.
So we want, it's a long one, so I'm gonna take all of it from your tutorial and then go to the code. And the only thing I'm going to swap out in it is the part that has that last bit, that app ID piece, right?
Yeah, so this is basically gonna use the user which we created, who's Alice, the app ID, and it along with our private key, and those three elements will sort of be encoded with the time for which the JWT should last, and the permissions that Alice has in this application.
Okay, that makes sense to me. And it's not a super long window of time we're giving the user. How long are we giving it?
I think this JWT lasts for a day, but I think the usual convention is to have them very, very, very short-lived.
Yeah.
It's just, again, because we're building sort of like a demo app, we don't really have a web application to serve these JWTs as we go along.
Okay, got it. Cool. Back to the browser. We go on to the 9th step and create an Xcode project, which this is the first time on this stream. 15 minutes default. Thank you, Kevin. Max 24. Yeah, good note. That's important to, like, if you're returning back to a project, you'll have to generate it again. So let's see. So I haven't ever played with Xcode on the live stream before. So that's fun and another first for the stream. So let's open up Xcode and we'll do it over here. Xcode. Cool. Y'all can kind of see that. And your instructions say to pull up a new project.
Yep.
Can only kind of see some of that. So we'll do single view app, right?
Yep.
And we'll call it phone to app.
Yes.
Okay. And then let's see, what else do you want me to do? You want to select the relevant team. I only have
yeah, that's
my
fine.
team. Team of me, myself, and I. For the product, what else is there? The user is Swift.
Yeah. User interface, we want storyboards.
Okay, can do that.
And we don't need tests for this little project at the moment.
Okay, so
I think
what don't I need? Something still isn't.
It's the org identifier. Yeah, so this is like because Xcode is made by Apple, it's kind of quite tightly linked in the App Store process.
Yes.
So the org identifier, along with the product name, form the bundle ID. So the bundle ID is like the unique ID for every app on the App Store. So you can just put whatever you want in there. It doesn't. The usual convention is like your website backwards.
Got it. So phone? No.
So my website is abdulajetunmobi. So my org ID is me.abdulajet.
Oh,
so
I was literally reading app to phone backwards.
No.
One time at summer camp, there was a person that could say or spell every word backwards, and I've always been like forever fascinated by someone that could do that. But I don't know why I'm sharing that story. Okay, so now create a Git repository. Yeah, that's fine, right? Hit create.
Yeah, that won't break anything.
Cool. So let's see. Once we've got a beach ball spiral of death. Oh no, it's up. Okay, so now we need to.
I think it's
okay,
back to the
there
terminal.
we go. Back to terminal?
Yeah.
Cool.
So in iOS land, we use, some people use Cocoa Pods for package management. So it's just like the equivalent of NPM. So we just need to maybe have it installed, or I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah. You can try anyways. It should.
Okay, cool. And so we need to we're in the folder that I created it in, and you want me to run back. Let's just show everyone what we're looking at. I could never get the hang of Pig Latin, so I can relate to learn. Yeah, well, do you know what's really funny, Noreen? It's my I'm wildly dyslexic, which is why I became eventually an English teacher. But that's not here nor there. But the idea of scrambling words in Pig Latin never made sense to me because of my dyslexia. So it's just all a mumble jumbo of trying to speak the words that are in my head. Let's see. So are we right here in the steps?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So for those of you who are following along, just, Sudo, our old friend.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think CocoaPods is it's technically a community project, so I don't think it's I think it's very, very hacky in the way it works.
Yes. I used to have poorly enabled node modules on my machine where I had to run sudo to install anything, and the stream chewed me up and ate me alive. Or wait, what's that phrase? Chewed me up, spit me out? I don't know. They really gave me a hard time for it. But it is a welcome friend to come back. Okay, so just installing. And then the next piece we'll do is to create a pod file for the project. Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, so this is very similar to the that's it package.json is the npm one. So yeah, very similar vibes.
Cool. All right, that sounds great.
But we need to change directory, I think, once this is done.
All right. To go into it, into the pod.
No, into the directory of the Xcode project.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know where I didn't really pay attention to where that was getting created.
If you open Xcode, then you can right-click any of those files there on the left.
Pull that into view for
so
y'all.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you kind of see that? Oh no, now it went off to my other desktop. All right, well, we're just gonna have to pretend you can see that. So you said right click any of it? Oh, and show in the Finder.
Yeah.
Cool. Hi, Roland. Does it show us where it is?
If you on the top of Finder, if you change the view to the
just looking where it...
So you see how it's got the hamburger menu?
Yeah.
If you go to the next one on.
Oh yeah, brilliant. Duh. Okay, so now it's in phone to app and documents, it looks like.
Cool. Yeah, there you go.
There it is. Okay, interesting. So that was kind of the default and I just accepted it. Cool. Got it.
Cool. Right, hopefully our installation is...
Yeah, should we go check on that? Should we see? Oh, it's almost
it's
still working. Okay, well, maybe what we can do while that's happening, we could preview the next steps in the browser. We could just kind of look at what we're going to do next. I mean, is it safe to say that, or to assume that I know that Roland... I mean, it also might be another Roland. There's a lot of Rolands in the world, but if it is, hello, Roland, on our team. But if not, hello, other Roland. Okay, cool. So let's see. So next thing we will do is init the pod. Yeah, I think it's our Roland. Oh, hi, Lorna. And then we will add the client. Okay. Cool. Ooh, this is all going to be really fun. This is the fun, kind of meat and potatoes. Of the everything else, kind of one step through. 1 through 8 was kind of the getting set up and ready for it. Looks like Lorna just said that she was lurking and hacking. What are you hacking together, Lorna? What you making? A good way to test the Roland, but I couldn't think of anything suitable for public forum. My question was going to be Roland, when, like, testing to see who's the person, like, what last meeting did I see you in? But that probably is also like public knowledge. No, it's not. I mean, oh my gosh, look at back over to CocoaPods, by the way, fully still going. Oh.
There you go. Yeah, it's a lot of Ruby gems that it needs.
33. Cool. We've got 33 gems installed. So now we go, what do we do? Pod init?
Well, we need to change directory first
Okay.
to desktop slash.
Or documents, right?
That's it. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. Documents slash phone. What did we call it? Virtual Studio Code would like to access. Oh, that's okay. Just, okay. Phone to app. Great. Let's go in there. Now, what is in here? Oh, just.
Yeah.
Is that normal?
So the Xcode project is it's like a very horrible, what is it? It's not XML. It's worse than XML. It's like, it's barely human readable, but it's how Xcode structures your project.
Got it.
And Phone to app is the actual source code.
Okay. Do we want to, one of the weekly quizzes had a question about verify status code. That could work. Oh, that's a good question. That's right, it did. So do I need to move into phone to app, or can I stay where I am?
No, you're good here.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool. So pod init.
Yep.
Pod init. Sounds like something that happens in Star Wars. Okay, let's see then. Okay, it's initted.
Cool. If you run ls again, it should have created
a pod file.
Feel free to open that in whatever you want. I think it says Xcode in the instructions, but you can use whatever you're used to.
Okay, how would if I wanted to open it up in Xcode, how would I do that? I would go like...
I think you still need to run it from the terminal.
Okay.
Because the Xcode project doesn't know about the pod file.
Oh, it doesn't?
No,
Okay.
it's...
Let's open the pod file. Here it is.
Oh, sort of, it's got the highlighting.
It is nice, huh? Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we're gonna do. In the tutorial, you have update the pod file to look as shown. So do you want me to change some things in the pod file?
Yeah, so below the comment where it says pods for phone to app, yeah, we can just put in pod Nexmo client.
Okay, I'm going to type it in just because that is easier. Pod Nexmo client.
We won't fix it to a version, so it should just download the newest one.
Cool. Then we install it?
Yeah, just save that, then pod install.
Pod install. What are the different ways to pass data in Swift? Oh, they're just now quizzing Roland. Great. I love this. Safe space. Okay. Great. So the latest version of the library will be added to my project. That's cool. That's what I just learned that from looking over here. That's what it says. So,
cool.
okay, and that's what that looks like in my terminal. Okay, things are all running as expected. That rarely happens over here on Lauren Learns Things, so this is great. Let's see. I was kidding. My knowledge of Swift is dangerous. I'm learning though. As are we all. I guess not everyone, but some of us. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So so now we're all learning. Exactly. So now we use the phone to app X co-workspace rather than the initial project from now on. So open it and type the following into the terminal. So how do I do that from a terminal?
Yeah, so if you run ls again, you should see there is a phone to app.exe workspace.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, so a workspace is like a superset of a project. So you can have multiple projects in a workspace, essentially. I think.
So can I open it here, or do I need to do it in somewhere? Do I need a?
You can just not code open, because we need to open it in Xcode.
Okay. There it is.
Cool.
To save the day. Let's see if I can reformat so that looks correct to you all. Doesn't look like it. Okay, I'll just do it manually. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, you can close the other one. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting. So I use something called Slate to arrange the windows on my desktop so that they look perfect for everyone on Twitch, but Xcode doesn't seem to be like following the game. So you all can kind of see that, but not super well. So I'll try and make sure it's in shot, but if in the chat you don't see it looking correct, then just let me know. Roland is saying that there's so much work has gone into this SDK. Yeah, it's definitely so true. This is so fun. Benjamin asked a question. Sorry you missed, but is CocoaPods like NPM for iOS?
Yes.
Yep, that's like a comparable.
It's a package manager.
Cool. All right. So what do we? I'm on to the next step in the tutorial, right?
Yep.
Sick.
Xcode is complaining at us.
Oh, I see that too. Should I open that?
Maybe. You might not want to know. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would just close. Yeah, it got confused.
Okay.
Just close Xcode.
Close Xcode?
Yeah, it got confused because we had the other project open at the same time.
Oh, okay. All right.
It doesn't like that.
Can I open? Should I do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. And hello, Selly Usel, to the chat. We are just getting started in the fun stuff, really, of what we're building. Today we are playing, we don't have any errors this time, which is great. And I'm making things a little bit smaller so that then you all can see everything.
You can probably, in the top right, you can probably close that left pane. Yeah, there you go. That should be.
That should allow us to kind of get things to be smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you all kind of see that? Let's go back to the tutorial anyway. All right, so we now are in the weeds of project permissions. So we'll be using the microphone when making a call. Okay. So we need to open up this info.plist file. Where do we find that?
Yep. All right, so on the right, if you click the folder looking icon, and
right here?
Yeah. Then we should open phone to app. Phone to app again. Then info
and now
plist.
We find info plist. Ooh, I don't know what any of these things are in front of me right now.
I guess they're just like I don't know, they're all bits of information needed for the app.
For it to run. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
I think.
we have to pick privacy, microphone usage.
This is like one of like the worst parts of Xcode. You have to like go to like the bottom one and hit the plus, even though you don't.
This one?
Yeah. Then you have to type it out, the whole privacy dash. If you do a capital P, hopefully it should.
It'll auto detect it.
Hopefully, if we're lucky.
Ooh, do you
There we go.
feel lucky? Here we go. So then do we...
Then on the value, to the right a bit.
The type? Oh, the value.
Yeah, then we can... so this is what shows up. I'm not sure if you have an iOS phone, but every time like, you open an app and it has a little pop-up, this is where that text comes from.
To make and receive I-before-E except FTC audio calls. Cool.
Cool. And
it looks,
so
that looks right?
Yeah, that looks great.
Okay. And now I'm going to open up app delegate.
Yeah, so this is so when your app ever runs, this is like the starting point. So I guess in other languages it will be like index.js or the main.go, for example. This is like the landing point.
Okay.
And so yeah, every time your app launches, it runs that first function, the did finish launching with options.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then in there we're gonna. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, we
have to add an import here, right?
Yeah. So this AV Foundation is Apple's audio framework.
Mm-hmm.
So it contains the code needed to ask for audio permissions.
Okay, cool. And so in this function, we're going to call that like the AV.
Yeah. So before it turns out, we want to call. Yeah.
AV audio.
AV audio session dot shared instance.
Audio session. I-before-E except when your feisty neighbor Keith leisurely receives. Hey, no. I can't. Those are hard for me to look at. Just he's giving examples of when I-before-E doesn't actually happen. Dot shared instance.
Yes.
Instance. Oh, see, something weird's happening with my keyboard. Shared instance, and then in here we're going to pass request record permission.
Well, yeah, we're doing another dot on it.
Okay. Request record permission.
Yeah, then if you press enter again. So this is, I guess, well, I'm not sure, but I feel as if it's similar to a callback in JavaScript.
Yeah.
Because, this I think technically can happen asynchronously. It won't, but it can.
Okay, I see. So do I need to add that granted bool?
Yeah, so that's just for us to see whether it goes through correctly.
Okay.
So you can...
Like that?
1 second. Yeah, that's...
And then down here, I'm going to write ns log. Microphone. That's not how you spell microphone. Use response. And then granted, right?
Yeah. Yes, it just does like a placeholder replacement sort of thing with the and %D there.
Okay. Okay. Cool. %D. All right. So that seems good to me. Now where are we ready to try this?
Yeah, we should be.
Okay. Let's see. Product run from the top or by command run, right? Yeah, we can just run command R. Building 30 of 70. 38 of 70. 50.
Yeah, I've worked on bigger apps before where like the build usually like there's enough time to like go grab a cup of tea.
I know. Oh my gosh, you're like, what should I do now? In the meantime. My foot's asleep, so I could try to wake that up.
Could, yes.
Yeah, could do that. Let's see. Back over in the browser, we're ready for the next step. I could probably press next, hopefully. I'm surprised your laptop hasn't caught fire streaming and running Xcode. We all are. We have a lot of problems on streaming, but I've closed everything on my machine. Slack is closed, so no one on the team try and get a hold of me. Ooh, build succeeded.
Nice. Our subsequent builds should
Yeah,
be
another
faster.
one. Okay, great. Oh, there she is. Everybody look at that. How's that view look? It's kind of coming up. My laptop does get a bit hot sometimes. Yours, yes. My CPU right now is only 15%. Earlier for OBS, it was like 30, right when Abdul and I were starting. I was like, oh, pray for me. But we're pretty good right now. Oh, as I say that, it goes to 16. But we'll see. I think we're making it. We're pretty close. If we look at the steps, we're on step 11, which means we've gotten through 11 steps. That's how the counting works, folks. Oh, man. Okay, so just waiting for this. This is why I'll never go become an improv artist, and I should stay in the game of development because filling time, I'm very bad at. Lorna, you said that you were getting your Stream Deck set up. That's exciting. What are you adding to your Stream Deck? Also, the other thing I should probably announce to y'all while this little bit is still coming is I do have some housekeeping announcements to share all of you. The Stream Deck isn't supported very well in Linux very well yet. You're just singing Hamilton? Me too, always. We have a new program called Vonage Voyagers, and it is really cool and exciting and could be something really fun if you're interested in signing up. Actually, let me go to the browser view and just show y'all what I'm talking about. And let's see, because I think this could be really fun to chat about while we're waiting for this to build. My Stream Deck can take a screenshot. Ooh, I'm adding to Twitch support. And everyone's adding their link. Well, I have a particular link that I was going to share with everyone that is more unique so that it tracks the Twitch, but I love and support that you are here to support us. Anyway, the Vonage Voyager program is one for folks in our community to participate as I'm a champion and advocate for those of you that are out in the community playing with our APIs and want to be an expert. Yes, thank you, Kevin, for the link. And it's a brand new landing page for you to learn all about it. Some really cool perks would be like a pre-release for products, opportunities to get some cool training, awesome swag. We love some swag, cool mentorships, or opportunities to collaborate with folks on our team. Maybe Abdul, you could hang out with and work with him. The onesies are not coming back, I don't believe. But yeah, it's a really exciting, we have a YouTube video that Mercini and I did recently about becoming a Voyager, so you're out if there's no onesies, sorry. But anyhow, that is something really cool and exciting that's starting up. And yeah, that's just a nice kind of like coming down the pipeline. Let's see what's happening in our simulator. Nothing.
Oh, is it still?
It's just stuck. That's okay.
Well, we can try if you like command Q it. Like,
Yeah.
quit. Yeah.
Should we? Oh, wait. Haha.
We were just being impatient.
We were
Oh,
just being
there we
impatient.
go.
Okay, sweet. You can do it, little guy. Come on. All right. So let's see. The next steps of the tutorial, just to pop back over to that. Yeah, Lorna, the real question is when did onesies ever even happen? Like, did that happen at one point, or are you just saying that you once threw out the idea that we should have onesies and that was rejected? Because that's where my confusion's at. I wasn't here when we had onesies. Okay, so looking at your tutorial, we are building the interface now, or we're at that section, and there were onesies? What? Okay, and so I need to go into the view controller of the code.
Let's probably restart.
Do you
that
want to quit
sim.
this? Are you feeling like ready to quit it? Okay.
It shouldn't be taking
Should
that
I
long.
start it again?
Yes.
So we don't want to do anything until stop phone to app.
It's just a bit weird that it will take that long.
Well, it isn't, because as they were kind of alluding to in the chat, things go really slowly on this stream sometimes because the machine's trying so hard.
There we go.
Okay.
There we
Okay,
go.
so we got the permission. I'm gonna give it permission.
Cool.
Cool.
Right.
Okay. So now we can move on to the view controller.
Yes.
Okay. Okie dokie. Let's do that. All right. So on view did load, we're going to add a couple things. Walk me through what I'm adding in here. And everyone, I'm just grabbing this from the tutorial.
At the top of the class, we're declaring a variable called connection status label, which is of type UI label, which so UI kit is Apple's UI framework, well, one of the UI frameworks. And so they prefix everything with UI whatever, so we want a label, so we're creating a UI label. Then we're setting the text.
Okay.
Cool.
And then we're setting, after this did load, we're going to add this bit.
Yeah, so we're going to set the text to unknown because, so connection status label is going to be the connection status of the client SDK. And because we haven't logged in, tried to log in yet, the status is unknown. We're aligning the text to the center for aesthetic reasons. This next line is a bit of a meme, but this translates auto resize and mask into constraints. We want to turn that off. So the way you kind of lay stuff out on this, well, there's many ways of laying stuff out on a screen in iOS, and we're using auto layout, which is what the last two lines are doing. But if we don't turn this off, it kind of tries to do that kind of stuff for you, and we don't want that.
Definitely not.
Then Then the line before those last two is view.add subview.
This piece,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I can't draw it out, but if you kind of imagine it, you've got your iPhone screen, which is like your UI window, and that UI window has a view controller. So UI view controller, which is like completely full screen.
Okay.
Then, but a view controller is just like a class. It doesn't have any visual elements. So inside the view controller, also full screen is a UI view. So a UI view is like
I
a
see.
visible sort of thing.
Got it.
Then we're adding a sub view, which is the label.
Awesome. That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, cool. So I should save this, I assume, and then run it again?
Yes.
Okay.
You can tick don't show me that.
Yeah, I
again.
don't like to see that usually, I feel like. Okay, so
Yeah.
here she is. It's running again. And launching phone app. Here it is, coming again.
Sweet.
Okay, what color scheme am I using for my Xcode? That's a really good question. I know in my VS Code I use, it's like Tokyo Nights or something. It's something really cool. Aaron knows what it is. Right now we have unknown. Do you see that also, Abdul? I just looked up and saw that.
Yeah, that's
it's okay. That's what we want.
Yeah, that's great.
Fabulous. Okay, back over to the code. Hopefully, Lorna, Aaron will answer that question for me. But if not, okay, let's see. We now are ready to add the JWT Tokyo Hack. That's it. I thought it was called Nighttime Tokyo, but Tokyo Hack sounds more correct. Okay, cool. So now let's see. So we need to, thank you. I like it too. We need to add Nexmo client, my favorite client. All right, save that, and then add a Nexmo client instance within the connection status label. Right? No, below it, underneath it.
Below it. Yeah,
right.
just below it.
All right. So we'll go. Wait. Oh, I see. We're within that class. Oh shoot. Need to keep that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then in here we need to go let. Interesting. Do you want this to be a let or a var? Does that matter to you? You see how here it's.
I guess. Did it say var before?
It did. It's okay.
Oh, that's my bad.
It's okay.
Yeah. No. Let's
It's a safe
fine.
space. We can change it. We can sync them up later. Nexmo client.
You know, I think the general vibe is to just use let.
Yeah.
Then Xcode will shout at you if you need to change it.
Cool. I like that. Sweet. So now we need to add our JWT, right?
Yes.
At the end of view did load. So at the end of this, that ends right here. We need to add, let's enter, and then we'll add client.setDelegate.
Yeah, that's gonna complain, but you can ignore that once you're done.
Okay, let's see. Like that, and then client dot, oh, that's pretty low for you all. Let me move it up a little bit. Client dot login with off token. Oh, I see it is saying does not conform. And then Alice JWT. Is that how you want me to write it?
No, so now we want to paste in the actual.
That's what I thought. Okay.
From many moons ago now.
Yes. Where was that? Where did we have that? That was, ooh, it was in our code, right?
Yeah, in VS Code.
Nexmo client, here she is. Oh, all the Cocoa Pods. Did we save? Here it is, right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the JWT. And we made it last for a couple hours, so hopefully.
Yeah, we should be good.
Do I put it in quote marks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. Cool. Cool. Back over to the tutorial. Let's see. You have us now wanting to do, for the delegate to work, you need to have the view controller conform to, right, because that was what you were saying. Look, I'm getting an error right here.
Yeah.
So I need to add to the file, add this function. Should I copy all of that?
we wanna create an extension.
Oh, that's what all of this is. I see.
Yeah, it just makes things easier to read. And we want it outside of the class.
So like line 34.
Yeah.
Like all the way outside of it. Okay.
Yeah, so if Roland is still around, the delegate is one of the ways you can communicate in an iOS world.
Okay. Can you walk me through this just really quickly? So it's saying extension, this client.
Yeah.
And so the switch statement is if it's just deciding if it's connected. Okay, so it's kind of like these are all the different statuses.
Yeah. So the set delegate line from earlier basically tells the client SDK that whenever change happens, it should come to this class and it should call this function in this class.
Okay.
Yeah, and so based on that, it updates the label.
And then is our error gone? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, great. Yeah. Cool. So now we can run it again?
Yep.
Great. Starting the build. What song, whoever said that they were singing Hamilton, which one are you singing? Build succeeded. Ooh, here it is. Okay. There, it's installing. Ooh, it's opening. Ooh, this is exciting. Connected.
Sweet.
All right.
Our user Alice is now logged in with the client SDK.
Right. She's in with the SDK, JWT, logged in. So now we are at the joie de vivre. The goal of this stream is to receive that phone call. So let's try it. So let's go back to view controller, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And just below the client declaration, we are going to add var call. Okay.
Yeah, we want this one to be a var.
Yeah.
For sure, because we're gonna. So the call is of type NXM call optional. So optionals are like a box around a variable, and that box can either contain the actual variable or contain nil.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I think the client SDK works quite nicely with optionals, so we shouldn't have to. Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about those.
Okay, cool. So we need to add to. We need to add in this display incoming call alert, the function. Where am I going to add that?
You want this inside the view controller class. So just
underneath.
As long as it's not. Yeah, just as long as it's not in the view to load function, we're good.
No, have it before it. Okay, cool.
Cool.
So here what we just put in, we have this display incoming call, and then the call is the Nexmo call. Okay, and then from unknown, and then if other call. Okay. Got it. Incoming, answer, reject. Got it. And then the last piece you have, you want us to, this piece?
So the two functions we had in the extension earlier were like the required functions. This function, did receive call, isn't required because you could be using the SDK for chat.
Okay.
Using it for calling this time. So in the extension, you just want to, if you can copy and paste it, or if you type call, it should come up with the.
So do you mean sorry, I'm a bit confused. Am I getting rid of this?
No, it's in addition.
Oh, it's another one. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So those two are they're required. This one is.
Okay, got you. All right, and so then this one is going to be
did receive call.
And then did receive call. Can you all see that? Am I going? Yeah. Okay. And then let's go dispatch queue.
Yeah, so in iOS land, whenever you're doing UI sort of work, you want to do it on the main thread. Otherwise, the app may crash, may not crash. It's sort of undefined behavior.
Okay, and then we gotta go display incoming call alert, which we have there, and then the call is the call.
Yeah.
Got it.
I think you've got an extra.
Always.
Extra.
Friends, right here. And then.
No, I think it's. On my computer. No, yeah. So it's call : call. You've got call : I think it auto completed while you're typing.
I see.
Yeah.
But then I also have this spelled incorrectly.
Yeah.
Nextmo call. Okay. And then I have an expected. I must have gotten something. Oh no, is it all okay? I worked this out.
I think Xcode's just being
just
spelled.
took a moment. Okay, that's fine. Great. Should we run it?
Yes, but I must warn you that when you call the app, it will display the phone number that is calling.
That's okay.
Okay. Cool. So I think if you call the number that you linked to this app, it should hopefully bring
cool. So we need to remember it's a tradition of the stream for personal details. Yes, that's what. Yes, so painfully true. So let's go back to what were we in? Visual Studio Code. And that had the phone number. It's quite difficult not to. It's pretty similar. I know. Ain't it the truth? Okay, is it that number right here? This one? 201. 331. 1. Ooh, so my dyslexia. Okay, here we go.
Thank you for calling Alice.
And the call should be connected now. I guess there's no real way. Well, yeah, there you go. That proves it.
Well, is anyone wanting... how do we wait, your phone number will be shown on the stream, so probably don't want to. But yes, I mean
we can get rid of the phone number thing in the Xcode. We can just
can go to where oh, this is where this Xcode. We need to get your game. Okay, cool. Where is
go up.
that? 1 second before we do it, and then we'll put the phone number in it.
From so line 19 to 21. If you just comment all that out.
If let caller unknown. Yep, got it.
Then if you run that should.
All right. The phone number is. It is. What is it? Oh, here it is. I'll put it in the chat. Okay. Oh, here we go. Can you hear Kevin, or is it just, do I have weird audio set up?
Okay, I can't hear Kevin.
You can't hear Kevin? I can hear Kevin. So maybe you all in the chat can hear him, maybe you can't. But hi Kevin. Oh, it's so great to hear your voice. Thank you for calling and being our test. You're the best. Goodbye. Okay, you can't hear Kevin. Dang it. Oh, dang it, Lorna. It was really true. I bet if I Lorna, you know the wildness of an OBS setup, but I heard Kevin. His voice was kind and nice and happy that it worked. Having the stream on was really trippy. I bet it was. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, that is amazing. Let me just get your face. Okay. Hello. Thank you so much for walking us through that today. That was so fun. You linked in your tutorial kind of like what things to do next, or kind of, keep exploring the client SDK. And just like keep building and playing and let us know what you're creating. We have our Vonage developer community Slack that you can join to share with us those kind of things you're curious about in building. What else is there that people can get involved in? They can, again, we have the Vonage Voyagers project coming up. The program, it was launched last week. So if you're interested in applying, definitely do. Or if you know someone that you would like to nominate, definitely consider that. Lauren excited in a laggy stereo. Sounds like fun. Yes, that's exactly what it sounded like, I think, for Kevin. But regardless, thank you so much, Abdul, for joining me today and teaching the community all about how to receive a phone call and an in-app voice call. That was so awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of put this in the chat one more time, what we worked through for those of you who want to build it at home on your own. But I think that's all for me this week. I would do a promo for what we're going to be doing next week on Lauren Learns Things, but I don't know that yet. So just join us at the same time and we'll be building something together. All right. I gotta sign off. Goodbye. Goodbye.
See ya.
Goodbye. See ya. Thank you. Stand by. Audio off. Okay. And...